is Francesco Abbruzzino with the Scoop News. Mote Marine. I found it interesting. I was going to listen to the Venice console, but they had no volume. So I ended up listening to the county one. By the way, they have another county regular meeting today at 9 o'clock, which you can catch. The information is on my site. If you just go to the search bar and search it out, I'll try to share the article. But basically, yesterday's session, morning session, they talked about Mote Marine. Well, one of the issues is they talked to the young lady, basically chastising her and for her ignorance of only living here 5 years and thinking she knows all there is about red tide and that she was basically clueless is the way they came across. And I guess walking out on the beach and seeing dead fish and smelling red tide and seeing all the devastation. You can't say anything. You don't qualify as an individual that's concerned as a resident if you've lived here less than 20 or 30 years. I've been here since 82, and I'm sure they'd think of another reason as to why I'm not qualified. The lovely Dieter and Mayo. One thing you guys have to remember is Mayo was up for re-election. Lourdes Ramirez ran against him. She was a staunch environmentalist. Mayo's been a joke. He's screwed over many residents, yet you guys said, hey, he's the one we want for the Republican ticket. Now he's going against a Democratic person. I'm not even sure the person's name. That's how weak the individual's campaign is, I believe. Hopefully they'll take it up a notch. But Mayo's bad news, but you guys keep electing these guys. Hollick, bad news. Everyone knew he was bad news. You guys keep electing him. So it doesn't surprise me. And you see stuff like this, like Mote Marine. They went out. They want to build out a Benderson Park. Yesterday, Dieter chastised them because they had a press conference and didn't tell the county anything about it and blah, 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 all that stuff. So they want to build this $130 million aquarium. They had 3 different unanimous votes. Everybody's on board. Everybody loves Mote. Everybody's there for Mote. They decided to, on one vote, they voted unanimously that they would split the negotiation, the use of the 5 acres out at 8th and Benderson Park from the consideration of giving $20 million in county terrace tax revenue to the aquarium. That's right, $20 million of your dollars going to the aquarium to make this move. Is the move needed? I don't know. I don't know if I need $20 million of my dollars going to this move. What's wrong with the location they're at? I haven't heard any solid information as to why this move is necessary and why, as a taxpayer, we should be putting up $20 million. And when they say $20 million, that's actually probably like $40 million. That's the way it is with county government. Also on the land, they wanted to separate that issue. They want to know if it's going to be leased or bought. Right now they're looking at leasing it. Hines pushed the issue that it should consider buying it, and that would be a better perspective because if this new charter thing goes through in November, then there's going to be an issue where the county charter amendment would basically prohibit the county-owned waterfront parkland, which is basically that, Benderson's waterfront, and it would prohibit the sale of the aquarium site land to Mote. So that's in jeopardy, so they wanted to look at that. They wanted to look at, well, if you lease it, what are our legal liabilities, because the county still owns the property, issues that Hines seemed to pound on. Mike Moran and Mayo pushed for the board to direct the staff to craft a resolution that would underscore their commitment, the county's commitment to this project. This covered basically that passed unanimously. What happened is, I can't remember who brought this up. I think it was, I don't think it was Moran. Let me think here. It might have been Mayo. I can't recall specifically, but one of them brought it up saying, look, I think what Mote's looking for is a commitment that we're going to move forward so that they can start their fundraising because they got to raise, even though we're giving them $20 million or they're considering giving them $20 million, they need to raise $130 million in total for this project to move forward. Again, that's $130 million, guys, that Mote is raising that they could use on red tide or other issues. I don't know if they need this new building. I don't know again, I haven't heard any specific information. Now, are they privy to giving it? Nah, not really. I mean, they're not profit. Yeah, in some ways they are. If they want my $20 million as a county, yeah, they should give it. But the county, most of these individuals know that most of you guys are asleep, and it'll pass through, no problem. Kind of like the park yesterday, the dog park. This one baffles me too. It's in Osprey. $500,000 for a dog park. Basically, they're pulling it from the cities, and you guys may not even know this. What was interesting about this aspect, and I don't know how the city of Venice feels on it, or perhaps the city of Sarasota, but the $500,000, they're pulling all the parks money that comes in a pool from the cities. And I'm wondering, why is the city of Venice still putting money into this pool if we're losing, or if the county's handing over control of the parks to us because they don't want to manage it anymore? Is this money that was paid into the pool, and how should that money be divvied up? But basically, people in Northport just got an extension for 2 years, so I'm going to exclude them. But people in the Sarasota, people in Venice, your taxes are going into this pool for the county and paying for this new $500,000 dog park, which probably will not be in play until after the parks are handed over to the cities. And at that point, the cities have to finance everything themselves, run them themselves, and do everything themselves. It's going to cost, I think it was something like $2 million in Venice. I can't remember the cost in Sarasota, but it's financially, it's very difficult. You got to hire the personnel, and it's a major undertaking. And actually, the county, Hines, sent out a letter a couple weeks ago, which I'll attach on my website below this, stating basically that he's concerned that Venice is dropping the ball because he hasn't heard anything from them in regards to assuming control of these parks. And I even sent the approval of Northport to get a 2-year waiver from the county over to Daniels. I never heard back from him, and said, hey, why didn't the city of Venice do this? Again, never heard back from him. So that's it. This has been Francesco Abbruzzino with the latest update on Scoop and some of the shenanigans out at the county commission. Everybody have a great day.